Most of the things that you talked about here. So what we do at the beginning um, is actually work with the instructor to help do the instructional design on their course. And they probably have, clear vision. Sometimes it's really clear. Sometimes it's a little more foggy on how they want the class to run. They haven't thought through maybe 100% of how they want the course to run. Other instructors have. And then we help them work through that whole course design and implementation process. Very much a white glove service, but thinking about that setup is really important. And it does take quite a bit of time to set up a course, right? If you want to map learning objectives, you need to know what the learning objectives are, right? If you want to have quizzes, questions, other types of engagement mechanisms and content that help students learn those, you need to have those prepared as well. And then those questions need to be created and digitally mapped and all these things. So there's a lot that goes into that setup phase to make sure that the course itself is set up, digitally to support the instructor. And again, that isn't weighing the, instructor or the student down, by the way, right? We want that to be not a barrier for either party, but an enabler for both parties. And so, trying to make sure we cross that chasm is probably the most important part. And then, assessment outcomes, obviously, hopefully the instructor has, set that up and thought through that, and we enable that for them at the pace that they would like to do that. So some will have, a different number of exams, a different number of quizzes, et cetera. We can set up all those assessments for them and make sure that they're ready to go. And then in terms of the pedagogy side, we're really about micro learning and supporting flip the classroom. So getting as many students through these short bursts of learning where they can get quick feedback. We talked about that a few times. Students, I think want that feedback. They want to know how they're doing. And then getting them prepared to engage in the classroom in the best way possible in the classroom could be, any type of spectrum of low tech to high tech. We have a lot of education that is in wellness. And so many times students are even outside the classroom in those sessions, and they're just implementing maybe, things that they learned in class or testing out things like doing a Rockport walk test or something. They might be doing some of those things, in their class time.